Hey there, people! Did you hear that? Hang on, I said, hey there, people! Sorry, I know that was a little aggressive. I just had to make sure you could hear me. Did you know that over 5% of the world's population suffers from hearing loss? That's over 466 million people. Studies show that by 2050, that number will have increased to 900 million. If you don't want to be among these people, you're gonna need to make some changes to your lifestyle. Will I need to stop listening to music? Is my blow dryer ruining my hearing? Wait, you mean my prescription medication is also playing a role? Let's discuss 8 things that are causing you to lose your hearing. Number 1. Prescription medication. Yes, this one may come as a surprise to you. The medication that you've been taking might be hurting your ears. It's actually listed as a common side effect. Your ears are sensitive to changes in your general health. For instance, people with cardiovascular issues are known to experience problems with their hearing. On top of that, medications they're taking may be disrupting the hearing process. This increases your risk of permanent hearing loss. There are over 200 ototoxic medications currently on the market. Ototoxic means that the substance can potentially do damage to your hearing. This includes diuretics for high blood pressure and heart problems, along with certain antibiotics for things like kidney disease. Even large quantities of aspirin in a single day can contribute to hearing loss. Don't think your run-of-the-mill anti-inflammatory drugs are exempt from this. Ibuprofen and naproxen are also listed among ototoxic. Side effects of these meds tend to develop fairly quickly. One of the initial symptoms of hearing loss is tinnitus. This is constant ringing in your ears. It's usually followed or accompanied by feelings of vertigo. Number 2. Bad blood. Forget medication for a minute. There are several health conditions that bring on hearing issues. If you're having blood-related issues, the chances of you experiencing hearing loss are increased. That's right, I'm talking about anything from high blood pressure to diabetes. You see, in order for your brain to process the sounds that are coming in through your ears, it needs the help of tiny hair cells. Located in your ear, the cells will transmit signals to the brain. If your blood isn't flowing properly, it poses an obstacle for these cells. As a result, you won't hear as well. Studies have shown that people with diabetes are twice as likely to experience hearing issues than those who are healthier. A study in 2008 was conducted on adults between the ages of 20 and 69. It was found that diabetes contributes to hearing loss by damaging blood vessels and nerves. Are you finding this list interesting so far? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Remember to hit that like button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all our great Bestie content. Number 3. Blow dryers. Let's switch from health problems and meds to common household items. There are plenty of things that can damage your hearing, and a blow dryer needs to be included on the list. Your hearing is at risk when you're exposed to sounds at or higher than 85 decibels of noise. Today, you'll find that the majority of hair dryers have a maximum decibel rating of 85 to 100. While you don't notice these changes in a single session, you will certainly see differences long term. The more you use hair dryers, the more likely you are to see damage done to your ears. If your post-shower routine includes a hairdryer, try shortening the amount of time in which you use it. Or if you're willing, maybe let your hair air dry once in a while. Number 4. Power tools. Speaking of items you use around the house, don't think for a second power tools won't get a mention. Things like lawnmowers, weed whackers, and chainsaws all register between 95 and 100 decibels. While people don't use them as much as hair dryers, their level of noise can still do some serious damage to your ears. A jackhammer against concrete is around 102 to 111, although I doubt most of you carry a jackhammer in your tool shed. In the case of power tools and landscaping equipment, one of the smartest things you can do is wear hearing protection. Factory workers do it all the time in order to protect their ears from loud machinery. Earmuffs are your best options. But whatever protection you choose, make sure it's not your music buds. That brings me to my next point. But before we continue, are you concerned about the state of your overall health? Perhaps you'd like to watch this video where we discuss 11 foods rich in calcium that you need to eat daily. Now back to our list of 8 things that are causing you to lose your hearing. Number 5. Loud music. You knew we'd be touching on this at some point. This one may be the hardest point to swallow. Never mind concerts, it's pretty obvious that standing next to a speaker at a Metallica concert is gonna cause some issues for your hearing. Your headphones are way too loud and they're causing you to lose your hearing. Research indicates that 1 in 5 teens will experience some form of hearing loss. Many experts suggest that this is due in part to their use of headphones. Most music players from phones to MP3 devices produce noise up to 120 decibels. It's recommended that you listen to your music at 60% volume for a duration no longer than an hour a day. Unfortunately, this advice is lost on most. Let's face it, we all like listening to our favorite songs at high volume. I know that gets me pumped. If you start experiencing muffled sounds as well as feeling like your ears are plugged, this is a warning that your hearing is at risk. If you find yourself turning the volume on your TV higher than usual, it's likely you're losing your hearing. Over time, if you notice you're having difficulty understanding people, see a doctor and figure out your next course of action. Number 6. Fever. The next time you feel a fever coming on, don't ignore the effects it can have on your hearing. During a high fever, the elevated temperature causes inflammation to occur, along with a lack of oxygen. As a result, the nerves in your ear will become damaged. If oxygen doesn't get to those nerves, your ears will not work the way they usually do. A fever leaves your body in a miserable condition, so if you're suffering from one, take the necessary precautions in order to make sure it goes away. Number 7. Public transportation. This might make you think twice about your morning commute. Were you aware that your train ride to work every day is causing you to lose your hearing? Just think about how noisy the subway is. Just take a look at New York's Times Square. The subway station in this district is one of the noisiest in the city. Its noise level ranges from 80 to 96 decibels. The subway is part of daily life not just for New Yorkers, but city dwellers across the globe. On average, subway commuters hop on the train twice a day, once going to work and one heading home. City life is loud in general. Think about the hundreds of sounds you can hear simultaneously. In 1 minute, your ears will be taking in sounds of people yelling, horns honking, and sirens blaring. If you're stuck on a busy subway platform with the sounds of 100 others, their voices, along with the train, will collectively put pressure on your eardrums. Over time, this will do damage to your hearing, not to mention your earbuds that are undoubtedly wedged into your ear playing music at a high volume. That only adds on to the harm being done. Number 8. Blenders. I thought making smoothies was good for your health. Well, it is. The blender, however, is a different story. The decibel level for the average blender is 88. If mixing together a fruit concoction is part of your morning routine, this could mean something bad for your hearing. I know it's hard to believe. If a protein shake is a vital part of your afternoon workout, try your best to cut back on using kitchen appliances to make it. If mixing it by hand is an option, do that. If you absolutely need to use the blender, use it for a period under 20 seconds instead of 1 minute. If there's an option to switch the speed, that might help too. Are you losing your hearing? Are you considering paying more attention to your hearing after seeing this video? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of bestie are we if we don't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video, and enjoy.